your $1 million business is not profitable, but you don't just build $1 million salon and the profit will come. It actually took me 5 years to upgrade my team, improve their performance, and learn the skills. Their wage percentage was at 62%. I make so much money, I don't know where it goes. If you're bringing in $1 million or more each year in revenue, but you still aren't making profit, there's a problem. This episode is for you. Today I'm going to cover 3 major reasons why this might be happening, and more importantly, what you can do about it. Profit and wealth creation, well, it's been a bit of a topic in our $1 million boardroom this month, and we've been exploring not just how to keep growing beyond the $1 million mark, but also how to fine-tune business operations and financial systems, and most importantly, prioritize profit. And there are 3 major reasons that salons with $1 million revenue or more are not making enough profit to pay their owners properly. Like, many are overworking, are underpaid for the size of business that they have built. So let's dive in to what the first challenge is. Too many of you are growing and captaining your ship blind. Remember the Titanic? Well, it's fair to say that back in the day, access to reliable steering and mapping technology was maybe more of an excuse for the Titanic than it is for you today. So being a captain of a ship and not having a map and a compass is really rather close to being negligent, I reckon. So without a clear understanding of how money flows through your business, it's all too easy to end up with a bit of a cash flow crunch, like wondering each payday, like, will I actually have enough to pay the team, and being underfunded for growth. It's one of the reasons that $1 million businesses hit a growth ceiling, is that they're underfunded. Many salon owners overlook installing like a thorough financial plan because they're avoiding the numbers altogether, mostly because they're feeling intimidated or think, I'm just not a maths person, got their head in the sand. But with growing a business without a financial map or insight really is truly like trying to drive the Titanic with a blindfold. So if you've been winging it this far and you've managed to get this far, to the $1 million mark without understanding your numbers, just imagine what is possible when you do. So having a dashboard to steer you towards profit, super essential. We call it in Salon Mastery in the boardroom, the CEO Dash. And at $1 million revenue, a solid profit plan really should be generating real profits, because money doesn't just fall onto your lap. You don't just build $1 million salon and the profit will come. It needs to be intentionally produced and prioritized. I learned years ago that money needs a plan. An amazing woman called Jessica Giles taught me that, because otherwise it'll just fall into the cracks and crevices and you'll be left standing wondering, like, where did it all go on payday? Too many people have said, I make so much money, I don't know where it goes. And so if there's not an understanding of your numbers, then this needs to be a focus. So the number one reason is that $1 million businesses don't know their numbers and they're captaining their ship blind. Number 2 is that I hear too many comments like, well, I only take the money that I need, or money's just not important to me. Or I pay my team before I get paid more because, they're nice and I love them and they work hard. Or maybe you might just not believe that you need, want, or even deserve to be profitable or to prioritize profit, which really leads owners to spending impulsively or overpaying team members who actually might not be performing. While at the same time, there isn't enough money to pay the wages. So on payday, it's stressful. We worry about making ends meet. It's the thing that keeps us up at night. So I think it's just an excuse that you're telling yourself. Now, on the converse, a few owners that I've come across are paying themselves way too much. And you might be saying, well, what do you mean way too much, Larissa? But often they're thinking like, I work hard, the business owes me, or they don't have good enough information or the numbers to know when it's appropriate to pay themselves or not. So recently I had an owner who had all of their numbers in our CEO dash, but it was wrong. She'd neglected to pay attention. She'd delegated, actually, she'd abdicated the responsibility of doing the work of the CEO dash. So it was giving her a false reading. It was giving us a false reading, which led her to overpay herself super high. In any case, her problem was that her wage percentage was at 62%. And she was like, Larissa, I'm not making any money. My wage percentage is at 62% and the business is making no profit. But what we learned when we realigned the numbers is that her wage was throwing the whole wage percentage out of whack. She was paying herself way too much given where the business was performing and the role that she had inside of her business. Her team were performing awesomely and she was paying them well and they were performing well. So while getting paid highly, is the goal, she was worried that the business wasn't being profitable and it was starting to hamper her ability to grow and scale the business. So really, your money mindset can impact your ability to grow the business more than just knowing the numbers. So if you notice that your mindset around money is becoming a roadblock to comfortably being profitable, and you don't have confidence around that, then there's some inner work to be done for sure. And one way to know is if you have a physical reaction to managing or dealing with money. Like if it feels stressful, when you have to do the money, pay the money, accept the money, there's a good indication that you have some money mindset work to do. I've been there for sure. And when I grew up, my mum was a single mum. She was on a teacher's salary, which was pretty miserable. And my dad, he worked relentless hours in his own business. So I was taught indirectly that money doesn't grow on trees and one must work hard and long hours to make ends meet. Not necessarily to get rich, but to make ends meet. And it didn't serve me well for a long, long time. So over time, I've earned the money, lost the money, spent the money, learned to make the money again without spending it all, learned to save it, invest it, and ultimately grow. But it has been a journey, and it is a journey that one must take. So understanding that you can actually change your mindset on anything. Like you are not your mindset and you have the ability to change it. And this might be the first step, is just focusing on understanding your mindset around money and then taking the focus and the intent to make it more towards your benefit, which is to be profitable. Because a healthy and intentional money mindset is the foundation of a profitable business, actually. Just deciding to be profitable is the first step. Hey, it's me. It's just me, and I'm quickly jumping in to interrupt and say, hey, thanks for listening to this episode, and I hope you're loving this episode. Now, let me ask you, do you ever feel like you've reached the top of the mountain and you just don't know what to do next? Like if you're $1 million business and maybe you're about to reach it or maybe you're already there, but now you're feeling a bit lost because the strategies that got you there aren't going to get you to your next milestone. What got you here isn't going to get you there. Sometimes the things that we did just don't work anymore. But I have some powerful strategies just for you. The Salon Mastery Boardroom is designed for $1 million plus businesses, and you'll learn how to take your salon to the next level whilst being surrounded by a community of other $1 million like-minded salon CEOs. Those CEOs are there to support and uplift you. So I'd like to invite you to join me for a complimentary $1 million strategy call. We'll discuss your business, your role in the business, and how to explore how you can grow your team, your leadership team, and develop the people so you can take the next step and reach that next milestone. All you need to do is click apply now in the show notes of this episode. It will take you through but a couple of quick questions, then you can book a strategy call with me. All right, that's enough. Let's get back to the episode. So the first step is to know your numbers. The second step is to have a healthy mindset around money. And so step number 3, or the reason number 3 that $1 million businesses are not profitable is that your team costs are too high. So if you're at $1 million and you're not seeing profit, your team wages might be part of the issue. Margins can really quickly get out of control if salaries are high, but without the appropriate on-the-floor performance. And there are 3 reasons that your wage bill might be out of control. First is your team is not performing. So maybe they're apathetic or they're not booked, even after being there for 6 months. So within 6 months of a new employee coming on board, you should start to become profitable. And if you're not, then you've got a challenge with team performance. So that's number 1. Number 2 is your wage and pay structure. And your performance pay isn't optimized for both parties to win. So that means one party's winning more than the other, and either your people are underpaid and you're making lots, which is a good problem, I guess, for you, but not for long-term retention of team, or that they're making lots of money and the business is not. So you need to feel confident that when your team step into earning commission, that you and your business are also and equally in profit. And the third reason that your wage bill might be way out of whack and that no matter how busy your team are, that you just can't make more money is that your pricing is out of whack. Like maybe you are robbing Peter to pay Paul. Maybe your balayage service isn't profitable and it's robbing the profit that comes out of the haircut service. So one way to know this is no matter how busy the team are, you just can't make more cash. So then you might want to look at your pricing or your team performance because either one might be negatively geared. Okay, those are the 3 reasons that your wage bill might be way out of control. And a good business has a good financial business structure, and ideally your team costs are no more than 45%, like somewhere between 35 and 45%, depending on your team structure and how many non-income generating people that you have inside of your business. And without a solid financial business model and a high-performing team, you know what? 2025 and beyond could be rather challenging and could bring new financial challenges into your business. So when I realized this in my own business, that I wasn't profitable, my wages were too high, it took me years actually to develop a profitable model that worked for everybody, like that everybody won, where I could be profitable and feel super great that my team were also in a position that if they wanted to, just caveat there because not everybody wants to, that they could earn a lot. And at the time, it actually took me 5 years to upgrade my team and improve their performance and learn the skills. And ultimately, I designed the 100K career pathway, fondly known as the Do I Get a Pay Ride method, which gives you the tools to do 3 things. One is pay your people properly and build a 100K career pathway because they should be getting paid a lot when you are too, but they should be able to see future. Like nobody's going to come in and earn 100K on day one, but we need to create a career pathway, one, so they can see future inside of your business because people will always leave you when they run out of future. So number 2 is that you need to become the 100K mentor and know how to lead your people to perform. Like be the leader that they need you to be so they can be successful. Like that's actually your role as a Salon CEO, is to become a 100K mentor and install the talent development engine. Like you need an engine that develops your people over time so they can earn a lot, so the business can earn a lot. And the third piece really is installing what we call the 100K client program. And it's a progression plan that aligns with your growth plan for your team that gives a growth journey for your clients, because 5-star clients, guess who they love to see? 5-star team members, not your new stylist that's just got on the floor or the new stylist that's come from some other salon that doesn't even know where the towels are kept. Stop giving your best clients to the new people who don't even know your systems and processes. Anywho, I digress. So the 100K Career Pathway program, or fondly known as the Do I Get a Pay Rise system, now a plug-and-play system, right? So you don't have to spend the 5 years figuring it out that I did. I've done the work for you. But it's essential to build your team in the right way because we want them to have good, successful careers inside of our business, right? And you need to become the leader that they need you to be, leading and coaching them to perform at their best. But this approach means that your team will have a growth plan, right, and have the benefit for both them and for your business. So it's all about developing high-performing teams that can serve high-value clients and ensure ultimately that your business thrives. So whatever comes up for you from those 3 biggest points, 3 reasons that your $1 million business is not profitable is number one is you don't have a numbers system in place. Like you don't know your numbers and you don't understand that and don't have a good financial business models. One thing to have a business plan, but it's another thing to have a financial plan and a financial model. Number 2 is that you've actually got money mindset issues and maybe there's some work to do. Maybe you actually don't believe that you deserve to be profitable, and so subconsciously that's having a big effect on your business. Or maybe you believe that you deserve to have everything, and that's actually affecting your ability to grow in other parts of the business. And third is that you don't have a good system for growing, paying, and developing your people, and it's costing you in the pocket, and so your business can't grow, or that you can never be profitable. And so wherever the work is to be done for you in creating a highly profitable $1 million business, it's okay to be in a place of learning and growing. Like we're always learning and growing. All you need to do is to just start, recognize where your gap is. It's probably one of those 3 things. And if you need help growing a profitable, successful business, and if you want to hit the $1 million mark, or you're already at the $1 million mark and you just want to get profitable and make it work for you, then hey, reach out. Maybe Salon Mastery is the right pathway for you, to reach your goals, grow your business, and actually finally achieve the profit that you really want without burnout and without working 50 and 60-hour weeks. Like no more crazy hours. Like those days are gone. So I'm going to leave the link in the show notes if you would like to schedule a call with me to discuss how we can grow a profitable, successful $1 million salon in 2025 and beyond. I look forward to connecting with you same time, same place next week. Ciao for now.